Hello and welcome back to the second part of this episode of Love for AP50s. Today we're going to be discussing how I fitted the swing arm. Well, so far I fitted it, I've used temporarily, I fitted the pattern set of shocks. I am going to be using the pattern shocks, but they're on there at the minute because I need to build the bike up to a point as quickly as possible so I can rebuild my exhaust and then send it off to be chromed. Now the pattern shocks are very good copies. This is an original one here, even with the inside bit. You can see that's on both parts. The pattern shocks do come with a hole. Let's see if we can find it, for water drainage that gets inside. So you want to put that hole on the very inside point at 12 o'clock. And because this build started with just the frame, I've had to locate everything for it. So the kit I've used to fit the shocks comes with a pin, a nut, 2 outer washers, but not these inside spacers. Now, if you haven't got those inside spacers, it's no big deal because I have got some. The kit also comes with the bolts, the washers, and the dome nut for the bottom of the shock. It must be noted that you do not have a washer between the shock and the swing arm, which I find a bit weird, in all honesty. Now this pin, this is a refurbed original pin. The pattern pin comes yellow passivate. So if you're happy with that, that's fine. If you've got an original, then use that, or you could just zinc plate your pattern one. Now, the bushes either come on their own, or you can buy the complete kit, which comes with the bushes, as I said, a pattern, zinc passivate, pin, and a nut. It must be noted that the nut is a standard metric nut and not a JIS nut as you would expect on the rest of the bike. That's because it holds the exhaust on all models. And on the UK bike, it only has that one mount, so it's got a larger nut. Now, to remove your old bushes, what I've found is that I've had to, in the past, blowtorch the rubber away and then hacksaw through this outer shell of the bush. I've tried to drill them out before, and that has worked, but I'm not totally happy with it. It's done damage to the carrier of the bush, which is here. It should be incidental, but it's not ideal. Now, for when you fit your new bush, use a similar method to what fit in the steering head races. First off, you grease the inside of where the bushes go. That's two purposes. That makes it easier to go in, and it protects it from any rust that could build up in the future between the bush and the frame, because that's bare inside there. Now, the tool I use to fit them, it's a piece of long threaded bar, in this case M10 bar, 2 nuts, 2 washers, a socket that's the same, the outside is the same diameter of the outside of the bush carrier, but the bush itself has to be a snug fit inside that washer. That's because it does slightly go further than the Bush carrier. And at the other end, the socket, the outside diameter is exactly the same as the Bush. These are both 1/2-inch drive sockets. They're both metric. And if we actually have a look, let's see if we can see what size. That one's a 5, sorry, not metric. They're both imperial. That's 5/16. And this one is 7/8. Won't always be the case because different makes of sockets have different thicknesses inside and out. Now, once this is all set up, you can see here's the Bush. You just use 2 spanners, 17mm, one there, one there. Do it up, and quite frankly, as long as everything's all greased up, you should be able to just wind that in with your finger. That will just go in there. Like I said, this is another genuine pin, and as you can see, oh sorry, no, this is for the top bush, not for the top of the shock absorber, not the actual swing arm. Right, well that's as much as that has to be for the second part of this episode, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.